Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. I spend a lot of time doing what I do for you. I got a nice concept for you today. I'm going to bring back an old lesson from a few years ago, dressed up a little bit, change a little few things. Now I got a little more knowledge of understanding so I can bring it to you a little different way. It's all about meditating. You know the deal? I got my thinking hat on. Some might say a dunce hat, but no, it's a thinking cap. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories. For life, I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through if you pay attention and do what I tell you to do. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer it for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, so you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. That's why I have no friends. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and two, might not be true. Right thinkers, let me ask a question. First of all, meditation is my way to communicate with God and my understanding. So I ask the question to you, who do you communicate to? Or how do you communicate with your God? I use meditation methods. So let me see if I can get my point across. Because I hear a whole lot of people thinking because they pray, they talking to God. Yeah, you talking, but he ain't talking back. And if your prayers ain't getting answered, you got to figure out why. Let me help you out with that. Meditation. I just gave a lesson. I'm backing it up. I did it by the book. I got my book. Where is that? Yeah. I got the book. Excuse me. Sorry about that. We're going to talk about meditating, how to use your mind to communicate with God, not your ego mind, but your higher mind. Meditation is my way of talking or communicating to the God of my understanding, who I call Amen Rapata, according to my Egyptian philosophical concept principles. That's the philosophy. Moving on. It ain't about what you call it. It ain't about that. Is irrelevant. Meditation is you coming in contact with your higher consciousness, aka your higher self. So it don't matter what you call them, who you call them. It's about self-reflecting. When things are going on around you, everything's going crazy, and all you got to do is what? Stay within yourself. I've learned how to master myself in chaotic and crazy situations, uncomfortable, whatever you want to call it. But once you have understanding of who and how you are, you can do just that. And that's the purpose of self-mastery. I gave you the art of purifying one's heart with actions through Maya. Now I'm giving you the conscious part, teaching meditation. So let's go. But it's a daily self-reflecting and holding yourself accountable to do what? What's right, not wrong. You know right from wrong. All you got to do is make the decision to do one or the other. And every time you do it, it's going to be a result and reaction. If it's good, good reaction. Bad, bad reaction. It's not brain surgery. I'm trying to make it real simple. I ain't got time to complicate it. No, it ain't complicated. It's to be practiced. It's to be mastered by you practicing it yourself. Not what somebody say, not what the book, right? It's what you put in. They just give you the information, instructing you. I'm just giving you information so you can what? Practice it. I've done it already. I'm going to tell you what I know. That's my philosophy. That's what I'm doing. I'm led to do what's right. Why? in my daily life because of my daily communication with God and wanting to do the right thing in His eyes. While here on earth in the physical form, maintaining my daily livelihood, doing the things I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to the damn monastery, some all crazy to I'm home all day sitting around meditating. I'm not doing that. I'm in a meditative state of mind right now. Why? I'm doing things I know to be right. I'm focused and I'm aware of my actions and in total control. So somebody say something to you, somebody do things to upset you. Now you're supposed to just go crazy and act a fool? That's not self-mastery. That's the difference. When you see a guy who got peace within himself, one guy who comfortable in his position, I see a lot of people who blessed out. Why? Their life is good. Why? They made it that way. It don't just happen. You got to put yourself in that position, so to speak. Masons, we don't give you nothing to what you're in position. God don't give you information to what you're in position. He tell you what? Steal yourself. Calm down. I get about to lose my mind. Steal yourself, meaning stop what you're doing, stop what you're thinking, to focus on me and knowing that I'm the one. Moving on, just putting it out there. I got you, Christian. I'm going to blow y'all doors off in a minute, so no disrespect. I'm going to just give you what you really don't understand. So if you want to hear the voice of God, you can't hear God's voice when you're praying. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. You do the talking. How often do you still yourself and listen to God? I do every day and have been for the last 15 years. They call it being a yogi. Okay, I'm practicing. I'm still practicing. 15 years, I'm still practicing. Right thing philosophy. 20 years, 30 years, I'm still practicing. Yeah, you're a little slow. Okay, no, I'm just particular about how I do what it is I do. And I know it takes time and process. I'm not in a hurry. But I do have one thing mastered. Me. Moving on. So if you want to hear the voice of God, you have to free what? Your ignorant mind by what? Stopping, stop moving, stop thinking, stop doing everything, and let God interject, download information to you, as my pastor tell you. Okay? How do you communicate with God? First thing Christian tell me, I pray every day. No, that's you asking God for something. What do God say in return when you pray? He don't. You waiting for the manifestation of your prayer to come true. But if you don't put the work in, it won't. Think about that. Or have you? They tell y'all, prayer without works, it did. So I'm not telling you nothing different. I ain't telling you nothing. I'm just telling you a concept of philosophy that's been handed down a long time ago. Y'all just got it and gave it to you when y'all think y'all got something and you really misunderstand and misinterpret the whole damn thing. Moving on, that's not my fault. How do you communicate with God? I ask a lot of Christians, Muslims, and Jews. The answer is the same from every one of y'all. I pray every day, 4 or 5 times a day to the east. Don't care! The dumbest nonsense. Excuse me. Wow, that was... Yeah, I got emotion. Y'all really think praying is talking to God. That's just wrong. It's wrong. That ain't meditating. That's not communicating. That's not downloading information from God. That's just praying. One phony aspect that y'all got wrong and think you got something. Because I pray to God every day. I believe God answers my prayer. You believe in living right? Do you believe in doing things that you need to do to get God's attention? Oh, I don't know about that. Your boy a little upset. I don't know how I got pissed off. Let's calm down. Again, I tell you, ignorant stuff and ignorant people don't bother me. I lied. I lied. It's killing me. I'm trying, but I'm still working on that one. Okay, so, but no, it still drives me crazy. Obviously, as you see. All right, let me get this lesson. As a practicing yogi, I ain't saying master, I said practice. Remember, I ain't claiming mastery over yogism. No, I ain't claiming mastery. I'm claiming mastery over self. I got myself together, though I'm a master at that. And I also what? Pray every day. I'm a prayer warrior. On Wednesday, I'm on the line tonight. I take in Everybody's praying. My pastor deleted that. I just to back up. They don't have a clue. Why? They don't know I pray for them. Well, we pray for them. But I'm a prayer warrior. I take my people's prayer to God. I'm praying for them. That guy, you got to be crazy. So yeah, there's a change in my attitude. There's a change in my personality. But I'm still the same dude. I'm just doing what I'm doing for a different person. Not the devil, not myself. For somebody else. That's God's work. But I pray what? Excuse me. As a practice in yoga. I also pray every day. But in praying, I'm not listening to God. I'm giving something to God, some information that I want some answer to. For somebody else, not myself. I get mine. I don't have to ask for nothing. Okay? I put the work in and everything that take care of itself. Are you that close to God? Moving on. And I ain't no damn minister. I ain't no preacher. I ain't none of that. I don't claim none of that. I'm just a teacher of philosophy that I practice. Oh, title, Sage. Moving on. But in my daily meditation state of mind, God is doing the talking, not me. I'm listening. I'm all ears. When I go into meditation, I ain't got nothing to say. I say that from when I got to pray. That's when I do my talking to God. Other than that, I'm doing my listening. I spend a lot of time listening to God. How long you spend? I ain't talking about on your knees doing a prayer. That ain't meditating. Excuse me. I'm adamant about this. Just like you download information on the computer and the phone, however you on your computer, I personally download information from God. That's my concept. Not way. Hope you can understand that. Take the time, stay yourself, sit still, and see what happens. I can't meditate. I ain't got time for that. I'm not dealing with a person who claims they can't steal their mind. That's the waste of my time. You can deal with more. I can't help you. I'm telling you the one thing. I can't. Okay, what I can do. Moving on. As an instructor, I just give the instructions. It's up to you to follow them, not me. I'm already doing it. I live in what I call a meditative state of mind. I'm God conscious. Everything I do, I'm making sure I want it to be approved by God. I'm not a Christian, Muslim, or Jew. But that's what I do, okay? And me teaching you, instructing you, helping you is part of my program. I've been doing it for the last 6 years, okay? And being God conscious, state of mind where I'm always conscious of what I'm doing. My actions, are they right? Are they pleasing in God's sight? Are they good for somebody else? All those things I take into consideration before I do anything. Well, I just go and see what happens. No, I don't operate like that, okay? I got a plan and procedure that I follow on a daily basis. It ain't built on how I feel. It ain't built on what I think. No, it's built on what I need to be doing and how I feel about what it is I'm doing, okay? In your own life, you are the dictator of all of that. And when this thing right here, your heart, what's going to be judged at judgment day when it's all said and done, when you get this and this on the same team, that's an unstoppable combination, as my pastor would say. Brother Wright, with your right thinking philosophy, with your Christian understanding, you're unstoppable. I ain't thinking about it that way. I ain't talking about, and I've been doing this Christian thing now for about 15 years. I haven't thought twice about it. Why? I'm still trying to get y'all to understand. It ain't a bad thing. If it's done right, it's a beautiful thing. I respect that about it. Or I wouldn't be hanging out with this brother for 15 years. We've been friends for over 50. But the idea, what he do and what I do, we do the same thing. Just do it different. Okay? He's Felix and I'm Oscar. We're the odd couple. All right. But the art of meditation. In his form of meditation, he calls it downloading information from God. Okay, how he view it, what he called it, it's the same thing. I fully understand it. When I say I go into meditation, he fully understands that. So what's the problem? There is none. Okay, that's my point. And the art of meditation is free for anybody to practice. God don't pick and choose who can or can't get in touch with him. Okay, meditation is your heart. Will communicate with what? Your mind. God is in the temple up here. He's also in your heart down here. Lower, higher, they got to come together. You got to master both of them. Meditation helps you do that. Righteous living helps take care of the heart. I just gave you the heart stuff a whole month from my yacht. This is a month of meditation. How about that? Let's go. When what you feel makes what you think you're functioning as one. Again, heart, mind, coherence. When they now it's starting to come out again. I'm getting a little annoyed, but I let that go. They bring it out now. Heart, brain. They call it heart, brain, call it something like working, whatever. But it's the same thing. It's this and this becoming one. Hello? You become what? A super being. I'm super conscious. I'm so wide unconsciously. What? I just function on that level. Way up here now. I don't hang out. No, I'm low level. I'm gossip, nonsense. I ain't got time for that. I don't hang out in that neighborhood. That's the crow's area. Okay, I'm not a crow. Crow hang out in bunches, stand on the front, hang out, tripping, bit, back, boom, boom, bam. No, I'm a falcon. I fly solo. Y'all with the eagle, same thing. But the world was created, you know this? From what? The heart conscious. Think it from the heart, feel it in the heart, think it consciously, and then you utter it. Words of power. That's how it created himself into existence. We got a self-creating God. He got that much power, he can create himself. It's a concept. Moving on. But I don't give a damn what you thought. Please don't answer nothing I tell you about what you thought. Don't care. Your heart is pure. That's a person with a good heart. Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, the heart has to be in leadership position. The ego is your conscious mind. I got another lesson for that coming in. But your heart is pure. It has no hate, no jealousy, no envy. Your ego mind needs to what? Follow the heart, not the other way around. Because the heart won't follow the ego. The heart is the heart. It's going to stay the heart. The ego can do what it wants, okay? But daily meditating is connecting with your what? Your mind with your heart at the same time. Why? You're letting those two become one. That's why. Hearing God's voice can only happen when you're still in the meditative state of mind. You can't hear him no other way. He tells you, still yourself. Everybody knows that. Stop. Pay God's attention. At high noon, ancient time, when Ra got high in the sky, everybody stopped and bowed their head and prayed homage to Ra. Respect. Okay? That's how you hear God's voice. Everybody acting in accordance with what they know to be. And now, you can get half them. Everybody on the same accord. Moving on. And that's called freedom of choice, free will. But hearing God's voice is easier when you learn how to meditate. That's my point. Okay? Stealing yourself. Christians, I use that to talk to y'all. I know how to now use words that I can get across to y'all. Y'all call it stealing yourself. Okay, same difference. I was told by a certain my man, God never spoke to him. And I know why. I know why. Well, you spiritually ignorant. You can't hear him. He been trying. You just ain't your ear. You're deaf. You're God tone deaf. You're spiritually ignorant. So you don't hear the voice of God. That's why. And your ego is telling you everything, and that's what you hear is the ego. You hear that. You hear that. Moving on. If you're so full, when you're so full of bullshit, your ego can't hear, and God don't waste his time breathing in your ear. Why? It clogged up with bullshit. They packed with nonsense, so he can't communicate. The ears, when the ears are clear to hear, that's when the teacher will arrive. If your ears are clogged with egoistic nonsense, bullshit, you ain't gonna hear God or nobody else. Wise words, words of wisdom pass you by, okay? And my little brother, God bless him, and he is, told me he heard God's voice and he joined the religious group. He's a Jehovah's Witness. I don't care what he joined, but the fact that he heard God, I'm on 100% on board with that aspect. After that, he's on his own. But the fact that, now he's on that level, that playing with, he's doing something for a higher self. I ain't got a problem with that. Again, I done got everybody. Now, I done got a Jehovah's in my family. I ain't got a problem with that. Love him. Why? He served what he considered to be God of his understanding. Simple. If you're not meditating, you will never take the time to still yourself to hear God's voice. That's why you don't communicate. God don't communicate with people who ain't paying no attention. You ain't got time for that. But guess what? When you get ass out, when everything else you got going on is gone, you'll hear him then. Trust me. That's not when you want to hear the voice of God, but most people, that's all the time they hear him. All right, let me wrap this up. I got to go. All right. I told you I talk to God daily, and I have been for over the last 15 years now. Same voice, Vince Lombardi. Okay? The voice of God is the Vince Lombardi, not Paul Robeson, not some, no, Vince Lombardi. Again, I can tell you who it is. Wrapping it up. Daily meditation, talking to God, and kick that in with right living. That's what keeps God conscious and watches his eye on you, and what blesses you for the actions and the deeds that you put forth in his name. That's how it's done. So whatever name you call him, he don't care. It's the deed that he responds to. And I meditate daily, yes, but it's my right way of living that gets my blessings. Hello? I ain't blessed because I meditate. I ain't blessed because I pray. See where I'm going with this? I'm blessed because I live right every day. How about that? Are you? Talking to him, a.k.a. praying, even listening to him, meditating. Don't do a damn thing if what? It ain't living. You ain't living right and virtuous. You won't get nothing in response anyway. Moving on. And I live right along with my daily meditation and the prayers. So I'm blessed daily. That's a continual thing for me. That I live in that area. Oh, you no, I just live right. And I'm receiving the benefits of just living right. Practicing. Meditation and prayer means nothing without what? Righteous and virtuous living to back it up. So, still talking? Or are you doing? This don't get you nothing. Trust me. On both ends. Putting the work due. Trust me, I'm receiving the benefits of that fact for myself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you do it, you benefit too. You don't pick and choose. You just do. Wrapping it up again, I appreciate you tuning in. Just want to give you, it's going to be meditation month. I'm God conscious, meaning I got God on my mind all the time. No days off, no time off. Thank you for tuning in, because that's what I call right thinking philosophy. Practice it and you'll be fine too. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you got it. Hope more of you that you practice it and benefit from it like I do on a day-to-day basis. In closing, right thinkers, may you all dare to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I know that my right thinkers who now know how to get God's attention, how to communicate with God, have passed away.